talk about the need for speed. I'm Adrianne Calvo, chef, author, traveler, and restaurateur. I've been cooking for as long as I can remember, and along the way, I created a little something called maximum flavor. That's my style of cooking. I want to activate all parts of the palate: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy, sending delicious endorphins to your brain. And now, I'm on the hunt for inspiration. Join me as I head out in search of maximum flavor. Arizona has so much to offer, with beautiful desert landscapes, extraordinary rock formations, and a booming food scene that introduce new American cuisine. And if you're like me and are obsessed with adventure, this place is like a theme park. Our adventure starts in Phoenix, and today we're here at Hash Kitchen for a delicious brunch, and I'm getting to meet a very large personality, Chef Joy.
So Chef Joy, this place, it's outrageous. Can you tell me a little bit about what inspired you to create something this insane? I mean, these Bloody Marys, I mean, come on.
Well, I've been known to be a little outrageous myself, so the concept fell right into place. But I had a high-end seafood place, and so after about a year and a half, I decided, you know, it's not doing the volume I want. I don't fall in love with concepts, so let's change it. So let's do a brunch concept. And my wife's like, brunch, Don, you're crazy. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And I'm like, let's just do a Bloody Mary bar. And I'm like, let's make crazy food. So we started doing it, and it started really going. And then after 6 months, I decided to do number 2. And then it just spiraled after that. I just went very busy, and here we are.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So this is brunch all day long.
Brunch, yeah, 7 a.m. to 3 every day. We do a DJ Thursday through Sunday. Super loud, crazy. Like, we'll get amazing reviews, and then you'll get those couple like, it's too loud, it's like a club. And I'm like, yes, it's supposed to be like a club. You know, we want it to be fun. So, you know, that's how we do it.
Genius.
Yeah,
Genius.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Salute.
So can you tell me, in your opinion, your view of what do you think the food scene is like here in Phoenix?
You know, my dad started his restaurant here 44 years ago. 44 years ago. It's called Tommaso's.
Okay.
And so he says that he taught Geronimo how to eat spaghetti when he came. There was no Italian places here. So from then to now, it evolved amazing. We have spectacular chefs in town now. We have people that care about food and culture. And so Arizona wasn't very full of culture. And so now you're bringing all this, it's becoming a melting pot and bringing all these people in what their family recipes or what they've been trained on. So everyone's stepping up their game. And if you know your neighbor's doing it, you want to do it, right? So we all try to do our piece and make it a foodie town. There you go.
Ooh.
Some cannoli donuts for you.
So can you give me a little bit of background into how did you come up with these dishes? Like, let's say these cannoli donuts. I'm a huge fan of cannoli. I'm gonna try that cream and I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you if that's real.
So it is real. So we bring in ship's milk ricotta from Sicily and we make it. But the play is I'm Italian, so cannolis are a staple in what we do. I'm like, how do I bring that to breakfast? I do a cannoli pancake, and then I wanted to do a donut. I'm like, let's do a cannoli donut. You know, it's super simple when you think about it, but it sells like crazy. It's delicious, it's hot, it's sweet, it's right up my alley.
So I see in your menu that there's a lot of use of the green chilies and stuff like that, and they say that that's the gold of the Southwest, right?
Yes,
so
it is.
How important is the use of, I love green chilies, and for example, for us at the restaurants in Miami, we love to incorporate green chilies. We do a hollandaise with green chilies for brunch.
That's good, yeah.
And that's outstanding.
It's delicious.
But out there, there's not a lot of that. People don't even know what it is. They don't know what it is. So what is green chili here? What is it?
I mean, they think the green chilies here, you roast them off, they're good, and right next to us, El Paso, they do the festivals for them and stuff, right? So we wanted to bring that into our stuff, but really when I was doing it, I wasn't even thinking that. I was thinking more of Mexican style green chili salsas and different things. And then it kind of inspired, let's be more local. Let's bring that kind of stuff into it. And Arizona is known for Southwestern style cuisine.
Right.
So we kind of put that all in together and it played it out. Nice.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
Simple.
it. Maximum flavor.
That brunch was incredible. The flavors in the food exhilarated all parts of the palate. I love the use of peppers. Peppers are such a large part of maximum flavor because it's not just about the heat, but all about the flavor. After a great meal, I'm ready for some fun and adventure now. Every time I come here, I have to do an ATV tour because it's such a different way to experience a location. Today, we're exploring Box Canyon. I am so energized by the beauty of nature here in Arizona, but I have so much more to share. One of my favorite nighttime spots is The Mission. Its ambiance is just awesome, and the food, well, you'll see what I'm talking about.
I love the crunch of this elote. And it has subtle heat. It's not super drenched in any sauce. It's a lettuce wrap. I love the tenderness of the pork belly. I love that it's sweet and spicy. I love the crunch. Even the lettuce is crunchy. So everything is being awakened on your palate. Not just flavor, but texture-wise. Phoenix, I think, has one of the most underrated, but yet most exciting food scenes that there are. And definitely relevant to our cooking styles, right? Like New American. Bold flavors that come from different parts, and then they come together beautifully to make one magical dish. For the release of one of the cookbooks, we were booked here so many times.
Adrianne had a book tour, so we came about 5 times.
Back to back. It was like month after month.
And that's kind of how we discovered the food scene.
This is why you travel, to find flavors like this. Stuff that you can't really find at the corner. You wonder, spoonful by spoonful, where has this person been? I think that people who are true foodies or that appreciate bold, exciting flavors should have Phoenix on their list.
Arizona is all about enjoying the outdoors. Traveler tip, temperatures can climb pretty high here considering it's a desert, so keep your adventures to the cooler morning hours. Taking our own advice, we're headed to Saguaro Lake to kayak and take in these views. An appetite for sure. Ocotillo, here we come. I'm meeting up with owner David Johnson, and I can't wait for him to tell me all about this incredible property and his New American cuisine.
We're out here in search of what the definition of New American cuisine is. I mean, this is one of the
you had pasta here.
Right.
And you had dishes that were more Asian inspired here. And you had dishes that were maybe more Spanish inspired here. So like beef ribs with mole. Well, what is that? Right. It's not exactly Mexican, and it's not exactly American. It's New American.
It's New American.
It's the catch-all, right? Where you can serve what you damn well please on your menu, and you're not worried about
That's a new definition. What you damn well please.
That people enjoy, right? I think that restaurants like this help people foster an appreciation for something. I mean, who knows what batarga is? Everybody that ever sees batarga on my menu goes, "What's batarga?" And I go, "Well, let's Google it. Let's look." And then when they get it, they're like, "Oh, I get it. You put it in there because it's this umami flavor." What's umami? You know what I mean? Like, let's find more about savory foods and delicious foods that kind of speak to our soul, right? And that's what I think is happening here in Phoenix. And even though I think it took a long time to get there, there was a lot of work done.
Tell me about Phoenix Past.
Well, Phoenix Past was originally it was winter haven for Midwestern people. So the Wrigleys, people came from Chicago and they had their summer homes here, or their winter homes rather. And then you get, people from California and other states coming out here because they could go hiking. You could do those activities in the winter. And sometimes when you're sitting in 13 inches of snow back in Wisconsin, you just want to get out.
Yes.
People are choosing this lifestyle. And maybe they can go back home in the summer, but they're choosing to stay here more and more.
Well, what's there not to love about the amount of sunshine that you get here, the great food scene, and that you can just wake up and be like, you know what, today I feel like going ATVing in this beautiful terrain.
Shorts and flip-flops.
Shorts and flip-flops. Kayak, we went kayaking today, it was gorgeous. I mean, what else could you possibly want to feel really alive?
I don't know. When it gets to about 125, then all that goes out the window and you're like, I gotta go to Mars because it's cooler there. It's not just pure paradise, but it's also not a mirage either.
The views, the drinks, the food. I can see why Phoenix is becoming such a culinary hub. These moments are what I'm searching for. Trying all these different styles of food just inspires me and gets me thinking about what I can learn and bring back to Miami. We needed to see some red rocks, so we headed for one of the craziest hikes of my life, to Sedona's Devil's Bridge. So we made it to the top here at Devil's Bridge, and it was one of the hardest things that I've ever done. I have vertigo. I think I have vertigo because when I see any precipice, I feel like I'm gonna fall. It was awesome, totally breathtaking. And just like the food here, this place, it's raw, it's breathtaking, it's bold. That's Arizona. We couldn't visit Sedona without stopping for lunch at Cress on Oak Creek. Sitting next to the creek at La Berge is so relaxing, and the food is a perfect example of new American cuisine. So we have a New York strip steak, but it's served with a chorizo oil. You have peppers, you have a ratatouille with peppers and eggplant, and the chorizo oil is a combination of Spanish influence, but now you have classical French, and then you have all American, and that's what new American cuisine is. Phoenix's food scene was as hot as its climate, so of course, I'm bringing the heat. And like I told Chef Joy, we have a brunch dish that has a kick. Here's our crispy pork belly Benedict with our Tabasco Hollandaise topped with our green chili Salsa Verde. So we're gonna start off by making our roasted green chili Salsa Verde. So the green chilies that we're using here is a roasted poblano. Right here, it looks kind of like a large jalapeno. A roasted jalapeno right here. And then we have hatch chilies. Those are native to New Mexico. And then this is tomatillo. So we're gonna add that right to our bowl. So all the chilies go in first. Okay. And tomatillo is not a tomato, it's actually a berry. Then we're going to add fresh cilantro, roasted garlic, roasted onion, and we roast everything because that makes all the flavors richer. Next, a little bit of kosher salt, lemon juice. Acid brings out all the flavors and actually tones down the heat. We're gonna mix that up. And that's how you make your roasted green chili Salsa Verde. Bottom line, brunch is meant to be shared. So I'm sending it over to my team to see what they think.
It's got a good kick.
Maximum flavor.
And that's how you do green chilies, maximum flavor style. Thanks for watching. Want more maximum flavor? Yeah, you do. Click here to subscribe.